Moses, hey buddy, gonna review your stuff here.
Athletic is
Couple things, my bro. And I think if you can't do it, fuck it. Like I know a lot of people don't do weightlifting, but the one that I teach and that we taught in the SSPC is the hang power clean. Okay, this kid moves pretty good for being 6'8", really impressive. Um,
pay premium. He does.
I was watching this, so I wouldn't start him from the ground every rep. Okay. And the other thing, look where you have his hands. You want his hands to be wider than his legs. Okay. So, of course, he's got to pick up the bar off the floor. It's going to be very awkward for a 6'8" kid, but don't start him from the floor every rep. It's kind of an unnatural position for a lot of kids. The bar is like away from their shins, they have trouble with it. So remember, we're not weightlifters. We're utilizing weightlifting as a speed exercise, as a movement to develop athleticism and coordination. And what you have him doing here is he's almost doing a muscle clean, meaning he's doing the clean, but when the bar goes up, he does not travel down, which is what we want. We want them to do that hang position like an RDL. They transition to a jump shrug. As the bar gets past the sternum, they transition under the bar and catch it in like a 1/3 half squat. So he's got a great rack position. Now look at his hands. They're like almost on his legs. Okay, he's got a great front rack position. But we don't want him to keep putting it up and down, up and down. Now, when you go, it's evident you never do this because watch where you catch. You're catching it in a muscle clean position. You've been really powerlifting a lot, so your T-spine is crazy tight. So you can see here, you're not even vertical. You're like arched. So how do I get there? I pull, boom, and I got to get those elbows up. The way to get somebody good at doing a clean is to get them good at doing front squats. And then, like you said, you want to throw cleans into the warm up, into the prep, and use it as a main lift, but a speed day. Now, do some of our kids go heavy? Yes. What's heavy? I've had kids clean over 225 yesterday or Wednesday, my bad. We had a kid clean 225. He weighs 180. He did 2 hang power cleans. Okay. So if you're going to demonstrate something, you got to do it right. So look how low you are. You're doing a clean, a power clean from the floor. Because if you had plates on this, you'd be on the floor. Hang means I'm doing it from the hang position. I go hang above the knees. Some kids go below the knees, but I don't really like that position. And power clean means catch it in the power position. So this could get confusing for somebody because look where you're catching it. You look like shit. Okay. The other thing is you scored a 78 on your multiple choice exam. 80 is passing. I'm looking at some of the questions. I had one of my former coaches do the questions and answers. I'm going to let you keep it as a pass, but I'm going to redo some of those questions and answers. So I'm going to look a little bit more here. So if you're going to demonstrate and let's say you can't demonstrate, have somebody else demonstrate for you. Okay. So when he picks the bar up, it's got a hand should be wider. I'd have him stand up first so he could transition. Okay. So there's no real shrug. He's just kind of standing and muscle cleaning it. I want to see that triple extension, jump shrug. Okay. The bar starts to get past the sternum. Boom. They transition and get underneath it. The way for them to get good at that, you practice the bar. It looks a little loose and sloppy because it's too light for them. You get them good at front squats and cleans with an empty bar. Then you put a 10-pound bumper on each side. Fucking do 10 sets of 2. Use it as a speed / athletic movement. And then couple it with things that you're really going to get a lot out of. Because how strong am I going to get from cleaning 65 pounds? I'm not getting strong. It's a speed lift and a coordination lift. And by the way, the other thing it benefits is athletes gain confidence through cleans. They feel powerful. That is an important transfer of training. So I would couple this with like a weighted jump. Okay. So we were saying there.
He tore his ACL last year. So a lot of times we do these stand-up movements like this, even on our speed days. I go, oh, be more athletic. is really what I tell them. This kid can't jump rope.
See where you're starting him? This is like this constant shitty position. If he had plates on the bar, he wouldn't be going that low. So again, hang power clean.
He's up to jumping rope. He put some weight in his hands.
Oh, let's see it.
To play any sport, you gotta be athletic. So I cut the video off. Here we go. Put some weight
So when you're doing the empty bar, hang position above the knee.
in his hands. And we really just do a few sets of 5 here.
See where he's addressing the bar? See the space there? Move right up to the bar.
Because on every spreadsheet his college sent me is 5. So I try to match that with the hanging cleans. And here we go. Boom. Real good. Watching over him, telling him, boom. Another thing I tell kids is after every one, if you don't feel comfortable putting the bar down, reset it. The warm-up process when we get weights in our hands is
he's got a great front rack position.
Right, looking solid.
So the other option would be 1 hang clean followed by 1 front squat. Do a complex with him.
And after real close to the body, and I kind of critique him in the sense I tell him, you want to keep it real close to the body and up.
See what you just did there? That muscle clean? Now I just want you to flip it. Get it in your fingertips, and you got to start front squatting.
Over. So remember, stay close to the body.
Get the bar, pull the bar.
Body. Now we're talking why I like the power clean more than the hanging clean. I'm a fan of the power clean because you go all the way to the ground.
Okay, so here's where your terminology is wrong. The hang clean simply means it's hanging above the ground. Okay, the power clean means where you're catching it. Okay, so if I say we're going to do a full clean, or if I just say a clean, it means you're doing a clean and going all the way under it. Hang power clean means I'm catching it in the power position, which is that like 1/3 squat position. So your terminology is off, my bro. And look, don't be married to, I got to pull it from the floor, because you'll do other exercises from the floor.
All the way up. So it makes the athlete go. So I'm reminding him, keep the back straight.
Bar goes up, he's got to get under it.
Straight through, boom. Pull those elbows in.
Okay, look at this position. Rounded back. If you really want him in good position, he's got to drop his ass, shoulders back, and his chest has to be a little bit up.
Stay close to the body. That's it. And when you get to that area, you want to explode up right there. You want to go right there, right up. I tell them that's your acceleration point.
So it's not really a hip bump. It's a shrug. And on the way up, your elbows pull back, your lats engage. And that's why sometimes the bar will brush the thighs.
Cleans is like a reverse curl when you're strong. Answering. I don't really care. I need him to get real forward and real comfortable.
What you're doing is a standing reverse curl.
Your hamstrings. I've seen kids.
So it could get confusing when they're visual learners to watch you do it wrong. It's a little tricky here.
I don't like doing that movement. And if they can't do it, like I said when I was in place here, this is an athletic move. And I've taught him, and the strength coach who he has at STM has taught him. So I'm real confident. So here we go, back into the left.
Drop that butt.
Watching over him, right up there. I already told him. Now you're leaning forward. Get back on your heels. Center of the heel. Good. Right there. Told him again. Boom. Center of the heel. Killing it.
Getting better.
And that is the most important.
He's dropping under the bar as the weight gets heavier because his body's naturally doing it. I want you to start getting him to do that during the warm-up, so it's a natural progression. So what you're doing is a power clean from the floor. What I recommend is a hang power clean, okay? Power is the position they land in.
Important thing. Got to motivate them. Got that are vulnerable. I'm critiquing him again. Times when you're big guy.
West side barbell.
Could be mistaken. It's not a jerk. This isn't CrossFit. It's a power clean.
Okay. So look at this position. His right knee looks like it's a little caved in. His feet are going wide. He's a tall dude. What I would do with these tall guys is put blocks under there or put 2 bumper plates. So it's his pulling blocks. He'll deadlift it from a proper position. He'll stand up. Then he goes into that hang position. So look where he is.
Really feel a good power head up. back flat, boom.
Back is actually not
Power
flat.
clean. You want to really feel a good power head up,
See
back
that?
flat, boom. There I didn't like. I told him I don't like that when you get it
Okay.
to your knees and then jerk it up. I mean, be real comfortable. Sometimes adjust your hands. You adjust it there.
See how he stopped? That's why the hang clean is more natural for athletes versus the hang power clean. The hang position is more natural versus the power position. It takes them out of their proper positioning.
A little better.